Welcome to Northern Michigan Update. It's great to have you here. Today we have Mark Moranti from the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. Mark's area of expertise has been involved with economic development and with the challenges of the Northern Michigan economy. We're here to learn a little bit about some of the programs and the availability that the Michigan Economic Development Corporation has been involved with. And so you've done your organization has had a litany of programs under its control. Originally set up under the Engler administration and then expanded significantly with Governor Granholm.
Correct.
It's nice to have you here this morning.
Well, thank you very much.
So hope you had a good New Year and a great holiday.
Well, I certainly did, and I hope it starts snowing up north very soon.
We need that for our snowmobiling, for
Absolutely.
our skiing, and our winter activities. Well, let's start off with some of the programs that we've been involved with. First of all, let's talk a little bit about technology and how that we're trying to develop the next generation of jobs in our state. We've got a variety of programs. Let's talk maybe first with what they would call with the mega grants.
Okay.
How does that work, and what are the types of programs that are there?
Well, MEGA has been around since 1995, and it stands for the Michigan Economic Growth Authority.
Okay.
What we basically do there, Senator, is provide job tax credits, if you will, based on how much an employer pays a new worker. They, in essence, get back the state income tax that worker pays.
Okay.
It is an incentive to create jobs or retain jobs in Michigan. We use it when we're in competition with other states or countries. And as you know, it's fierce out there.
Step back here. What
Sure.
are some of who are our big competitors?
Of course, Indiana and Ohio. Anytime you're working with an auto supplier, that certainly are those states where we're competing because they're in the same transportation hub. Also now with NAFTA, we're competing with Texas and Oklahoma, Alabama, very hard. We're competing with Canada on more of the intellectual property side. IT and biotech, we're competing with both coasts. A great deal of competition with Maryland and the Carolinas, who are very, very aggressive.
Okay, so let's take a look at Indiana. Do they come in, or are they soliciting Michigan companies all the time?
Yes, they are. They are up here. Texas has an office up here.
Wow.
Where they have several staff who call on Michigan companies. We're a mature economy, and and we have a lot of mature companies. And for example, Texas is growing an auto base. Well, they need suppliers, so they're trying to recruit our suppliers away from us, as are Indiana, as are as is Ohio. So we're trying to hold on.
Okay, so one of the tools that we have is what they call the Michigan Economic Growth Authority Act. Now, those are. How does a company, is that based on expansion? Is that based on out-of-state competition? How do they qualify for
it? It is based on several things. First. The MEDC calls on roughly 4,000 in-state companies a year, trying to protect our what we have here. We have the nation's probably leading retention program because we're a mature economy. Through those calls, we're going to run into an expansion opportunity with an area manufacturer, for example. That manufacturer is looking to expand here, Indiana, Ohio, Texas, Alabama, anywhere. They come to us, we enter a negotiation, they show us cost disparities many, many times. Unfortunately, it's more expensive to do business in Michigan. A lot of times that's labor cost. Sometimes it's transportation cost. Did you know we're a peninsula state?
Right.
Energy costs are usually higher up here. So this mega credit basically goes to offset those type of cost disadvantages that the company has to demonstrate they're facing in this particular expansion.
So we have a manufacturing plant that could locate in Indiana or Ohio, and then these tax credits, then you say, are negotiated.
Absolutely.
So that they hopefully would tip the scales in favor of Northern Michigan companies.
Absolutely.
How are those classed? What are the different types of megas? Are there a variety of them?
Yes, there are 4 different types of megas. One in particular is the rural mega program, which you certainly helped get through the legislative process, and we thank you for that. One is called the high technology mega, where companies that are in particular high-tech fields can qualify for a mega. One is sort of just the regular generic
Sure,
flavor,
yeah,
or
okay.
goes the rest of the state.
Yeah.
And then another one that we've been using more frequently is the retention mega
Okay.
program.
Okay.
And we try to use that for special cases.
Okay.
Like the Hayes
Right.
Lemurs plant.
Senator McManus's
Mhm.
district,
Yes.
that was the Cadillac
Cadillac
foundry.
castings, yeah.
And to keep that foundry open, and we had to rewrite legislation
That's
in
right.
a very quick time.
And so it can be used for a variety of ways. In a rural area, you only have to create 25 new
Right.
jobs, whereas in the rest of the state, you have to create 50.
Right.
High-tech qualifications are a little different because of the wage structure that we hope to get from high-tech jobs,
Okay.
that kind of thing. So.
Now, if I remember correctly from what we had talked about when you'd been in front of our committee, you have people on the ground and throughout the state.
Yes.
And those are individuals that help do counseling with businesses. What is their role?
We have in your district both Lydia Murray
Okay.
and Kathy Cole.
Okay.
And I'm sure almost every employer that has more than one or two employees probably know those two names. Kathy and Lydia call on what we call base employers in Michigan. It could be a ski lodge, it could be that small manufacturer down the road, it could be the new high-tech company that sprouted, could be an insurance company in downtown Traverse City.
Right.
It could be any of those,
Okay.
and basically to let them know that the MEDC is around,
Okay.
as well as the local economic development organization. We many times do joint calls.
Okay.
And make sure they understand the programs that are available, that if they are expanding, that there are tools there. Particularly in your area, there's also the Community Development Block Grant Program that can help with water, sewer, streetscapes, that kind of thing. There's the Brownfield Program that can help revitalize old facilities, functionally obsolete, polluted facilities. So there's all those tools, and what we try to make sure is people understand that those tools are available.
Okay.
That we can help with job training, that we can help maybe have them understand the tax abatement procedures at the local level, and really just be an advocate too. If there's a problem that they're having with the state government, we try to help
sort of the
with
go-to. Now, so you've got the staff out there. The megas are one set of tools. Let's kind of go through some of the job training programs. I know that there's in our area, the Northeast Michigan Council of Governments, the Northwest Michigan Council of Governments, and the UP. How does that all work as far as if I've got a tool maker that needs help training or those type of things?
The best thing we always say is call Lydia, call Kathy,
Okay.
call those people, or if you know your local economic development person in Traverse City area, it's Tino Brightup, call Tino.
We've got a good crew up at the Northern
Absolutely.
Lakes Economic Alliance
Absolutely, you
outside
do.
of Boyne City, and then the Sioux has a wonderful group going on up there too.
Yeah, you folks are actually blessed with very talented, dedicated people. And what we'll do is walk through that maze of programs. In the job training program area, for example, there are a myriad of federal programs funded by several different sources. And some of those sources are direct from the federal government. Some of them come into the state government and then get passed back to the locals through a Michigan Works office, for example. The MEDC itself has some limited training monies that we can use for special circumstances. To fill in the holes between some of the federal regulations that are still left after we put a package together. So.